Hey guys, so I started working on the routing for monster drums here. Let me pull this up here. This is the beautiful interface. I can make a video on how I did this from scratch, but I figured for now I'm just gonna save it as a template and then make it downloadable for you guys through Google Drive. I'm going to include a picture of the settings here because I have the feeling that once you open up the template, it's going to default everything to 1. And I think it always sends like one of these to 3. Mine does anyways, randomly. So I'm including a picture of this so you can have it side by side and copy exactly what I'm doing here. These are just to my taste. This is just essentially ambient, or I guess the room volume on each piece. You can customize that to whatever you want, but this is the routing that you'll have to follow to go with this template here. I'm not done yet, obviously. It doesn't come with any MIDI grooves built in or anything like that, so I'm actually using what am I doing here? I'm using EZdrummer here to the left of me, and I'm going through and picking grooves that I like in EZdrummer and then dragging them to the MIDI over here. They don't line up exactly. The kick, snare, most of the times, they line up pretty good. The cymbals are pretty good too. Sometimes there's like one that's like, like on a spot that doesn't have anything. Like something will be here. So all you do is right click something if it's not making any noise and drag it around until it does. And find something you like. But what I'm going to do is go through. I got a time change here. So I got like 156 BPM here. I'm going to do 210 here. And then I'll probably do one more BPM change somewhere. I'm just going to pull a bunch of grooves that I have from my libraries just so you guys have something to play with, especially if you're just starting out doing this stuff. So you're not just, sitting here spending 2 to 3 hours just programming a simple blast beat or something. This is what they sound like. I did a little bit of EQ and everything, mostly just, high passing stuff. Just keeping up the subs. Yep, same there. A little bit of a boost. Essentially all the same thing. Cymbals are high passed. We're just playing around though. Here's how I have it set up like this on purpose. What's going on here is this is just the drums, and this is essentially just like, where you put your MIDI. So whether you're going to have just a MIDI bass track here, or if you're going to do, the high and low and route that out to a bus, I can do that too if you guys want something like that. But I just figured for now do one bass track. But I have it like this, so that way like you have your bass MIDI here, drum MIDI here, and then you'll have all your guitar audio for your rhythm guitars here, your double tracking. I'm just including or a double tracking setup, so that way if you want to, you can. This is how I kind of do it. I'll have a recording track here, and then I can click and drag them down to the corresponding tracks, and then the lead, same thing, but dragging them up. That's just, how I've always set it up. And then here's the drums routed out. So basically, it just keeps everything, because you're not going to be, these are just for mixing, on a regular real drum kit, these would all have, audio tracks going across, and that's where you would edit them and whatnot. But since we're not doing that, it's all MIDI. So, I'm keeping it stacked on top of each other so I can see everything easier and not have to like go a million miles to get to something else. So I figured that would help you guys out, especially, like I said, if you're new to any of this. But I'm going to keep messing with this. I'm going to add some more grooves in here. If you guys want me to go over anything else with this kit or anything at all that you might be confused with, let me know in the comments and I will address anything I can. I hope you guys find this useful, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.